Bickley and Marotta.
Bickley and Marotta mornings.
Arizona sports. The local sports leader. Bickley Blast.
Well, what do you know? Kyler Murray's prediction came true. If you bet the over on the Arizona Cardinals in 2024 when the line was 6.5, their 7th victory of the season means you have won. That victory, of course, was Sunday's 30-17 win over the hapless Patriots, a game that ended a 3-game losing streak and kept hope alive, and a game that was at times irritating and infuriating. But you cannot dispute what Jonathan Gannon said afterwards. The Cardinals are indeed playing meaningful games in December, and that is indisputable progress. As for Murray, well, he was gifted a big red reprieve on Sunday where a penalty eclipsed another embarrassing mental error. In fact, if Murray's interception from the end zone against the Rams in the playoffs a few years ago was the mother of all glitches, then yesterday's near debacle was the son of a glitch. But at the end of it all, the Cards and Murray proved they are still capable of beating bad teams, and now they have to win one more game and set up a showdown against the Rams where they can exercise a few ghosts, where they can prove they really are ready for primetime football. All right, today's Bickley Blast brought to you by my great friends at Chapman BMW, who make luxury attainable. Find them online at chapmanbmw.com.
Wow, by the way, not just the line, but the setup of the line, son of a glitch.
That was beautiful.
I think you got a future in this business, kid. Very well done.
I pumped my fist back here when you said that, yeah.
He's actually listening to the show.
Wow.
Just that part.
Just that part?
I thought maybe you'd say my name.
That was Will Levis level bad.
Yes.
That was Jameis Winston level bad.
Mm-hmm.
That is not a play a franchise quarterback of a winning team makes.
No. Not when you're nursing.
They got away with it.
They got away with it. Not when you're nursing a 16-3 lead, and not when your defense had just been very, very stout and not allowed the Patriots to get into the end zone.
Yes, that's where you call on your quarterback to lead a big boy drive. Our defense stepped up. Complimentary football now is running the ball right down their throat, scoring a touchdown to go up 23-3.
That's right.
And he put that in jeopardy.
That's right. And so you wonder what is it? What is this all about? So 5 interceptions since the bye week entering yesterday. That would have been number 6. And we can sit here and recite these mental errors that he made, the 2 interceptions against the Seahawks. Both of them were not good interceptions. The intentional grounding against the Vikings, the interception against the Vikings, these are really, really poor decisions. And it can't be happening to a quarterback in year 6, and yet this is kind of our fate. I've got a lot of the Kyler Murray stands now all over me for the idea of, hey, he is our quarterback. Who do you want? Who's out there that's better? No, I'm not arguing with that. I could say that Sam Darnold might be available and Kirk Cousins might be available, but the Cardinals aren't going to spend that much for a second quarterback.
No, and if you're reserved to the fact, and you should be reserved to the fact that Kyler Murray is going to be here next year, you have to ask yourself the question, whether you're a Kyler hater, a Kyler lover, or somewhere in the middle, what is the ceiling with Kyler Murray as your quarterback?
That's it.
And look, they're not 7-7 solely because Kyler Murray's play. He's been really good at times. In the last 4 weeks, he's been below average to
Yeah, I agree with
you're
that.
supposed to be the great quarterbacks are the ones that get better as the season goes on.
And
Look
yet,
at what Josh Allen is doing in Buffalo.
Exactly. Now, it took Josh Allen a while to get some of the bad mental errors out of his game, but his mental errors are different. His are always born out of aggression, for going for too much.
Yeah, he's a gambler by nature.
They're not the glitchy decisions where they're panicky and skittish. That's what a lot of these mistakes Kyler Murray makes are. They're panicky.
It's not because he's trying to whiz a ball and fighting get into a tight window. It's him
It's a panic move usually.
Yeah,
It's a panic move. It's the, what do I do?
And that play yesterday, the one in question where the roughing the passer penalty wiped that out, that was the definition. That was what a panicky move looks like.
Yeah, and so he got a big reprieve because that really wasn't a penalty on that play. And yet we'll take it, obviously, because that might have been a very, very influential moment. But all these things have to be considered because at some point in time. So if the Cardinals are going into next year with Kyler Murray and everybody who it just seems to be an assumption that it's an inevitability. Then everything is going to ride or die on Kyler Murray in year 7, including this regime. Mm-hmm. I would think.
You would think, yeah.
I mean,
without knowing the optics of what next year looks like,
yeah,
it's hard to say. But that's a possibility.
It's fair because, like you're saying, like if Kyler's playing like this, like he has in the overall of the season, their ceiling is about 9-8.
Yeah,
and another season of 8-9, 9-8, like. Where do you go from there with the regime and with Kyler?
It's true, but I mean, even now with 3 games remaining in this season for the Cardinals and them being alive, going into next year, regardless of what happens in terms of a playoff spot, we know what happened in that 3-week span. He did not play. He played his worst football of the year in the biggest 3-game stretch of the year. But people will feel a lot better about Kyler Murray if he's spectacular against a good team. Yeah. We have not seen that this year.
Which is why they've got to beat the Panthers, and I want this Rams game to happen because I want that to be a prove-it game for not only the team but for Kyler Murray. Because as you pointed out earlier, Kyler's had a couple of games with playoff implications. One was an actual playoff game against the Rams.
And it was 100 shades of ugly.
And so that's the kind of thing. And it's confounding because there's a viability to Kyler Murray, which is to say that on any given day, Kyler Murray is capable of a maestro-like performance and capable of beating a really good team because we've seen it happen. So how can you bottle it and make it last and sustain it? My fear is just what we've all come to kind of reconcile here, that the good defenses and the smart teams find a way to contain Kyler Murray, find a way to limit his impact outside the pocket and make him beat you from the pocket, and he's below average at that.
Yep. Here was Kyler Murray yesterday, post-game, talking about how important the win was for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, I'm just I'm really not even looking forward. Like I'm not looking forward. You know, today was the focus. It's got to be that way. Otherwise, you know, I don't even want to look forward to it. You know, obviously we took care of business today. Go back and watch the tape and then get ready for the Panthers.
Yeah. So again, not putting too much stock into it. Kyler Murray, I think I used the adjective okay. I think he was okay yesterday.
He was okay.
23 of 30, 224 yards, no touchdowns. Didn't turn the ball over, despite his best efforts. Ran for 11 yards. They have been unable to unlock the Kyler Murray, whether it's designed runs or his reticence to scramble in the last few weeks.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I mean, it seems like that run against the 49ers is a million years ago. Remember? Got to the edge, held up the finger, and was gone.
Yeah, 44-yard line. He's holding up the ball. Yeah.
And so going into yesterday, he had carried the ball just 22 times in a 6-game span, which is the lowest over 6 games in his entire career. So something was unplugging his ability to run the football. Yesterday he ran it 5 times, but there were no impact plays at all.
No, not at all.
Thanks for watching Bickley and Marotta. Click to see the latest Bickley Blast and hit the button in the middle to subscribe to Arizona Sports.